Hello and welcome to this video. Today we'll be comparing this 10-year-old Garmin Edge 800 device with this more modern Edge Explore device. Now I know this isn't a direct replacement for the Edge 800, but it's an interesting comparison. And if you stick around to the end, you'll hear my suggestion on what budget cycle computer to go for. It's a rather interesting one. Okay, so here we have the Edge 800. That was originally released back in 2010, and I've had that since 2012, I believe. And the Edge Explorer, or this version of the Edge Explorer, was released in 2018, and I've had that one about 9 months. The Edge Explorer is, you should be able to pick one up for under £200. I paid 180 odd for mine, and the Edge 800 back in the day was about 350. But I did buy a bundle with that, so it had a heart rate monitor and lots of sensors. So what have I changed? Well, there was a few issues with the 800 that I hoped technology had addressed in the years. One being that you have to have a USB cable to download the data. And in this day and age with wireless technology, I thought that was a bit of an issue. So one of the main issues I have is with navigating, in that the processor is quite slow and the pages take a while to refresh when you're navigating. So for example, if you're going off down the road and you're going off down the wrong road, it'll take a while for the device to update and download the latest data before it alerted you to the fact you're going wrong. So although it could only be 100 or 150 meters, it was a bit of a pain. So I was hoping the newer device would rectify that issue. And another issue that especially with the older generation Garmin Edges, is that the user interface and setting things up and how to change things is a bit difficult. But after all these years, I'm now a bit of an expert on it. So if you have any questions on how to do stuff on the device, let me know. So that's what made me look for a newer device, and I came to the conclusion of going for the Explore. It's not a direct replacement for this device. So that's the Edge 830. Yeah. Well, by the time I get this video out, it'll be the 840 or the 850. So yeah, so the reason I went for this one is the price point. As I said, it's under £200, but there are some features that you don't get on the higher end devices or even on this device. For example, you can't have a power meter, so you can't have power data on this device, but you can still have heart rate, you can still have cadence on there. But as I was also going to have carry on with the Edge 800, the not having power on there wasn't really an issue for me. You also get fewer data screens, so you just have two customizable ones, as well as the map and the elevation profile. And on the 800, you actually get 5 on there. But you get 5 fields of 8, and on this one you get 2 fields of 10, which is more than enough for most people, to be honest. Some of the plus points for the new device is, as you can see, that the screen is slightly bigger. It's brighter, it's more crisp, it's more like your mobile phone. Having said that, I've never had any issues with the Edge 800. So although it's a different type of touchscreen that you have to apply pressure, it works fine. It works fine even with gloves and when the device is wet. So some of the key features of the device: you get turn-by-turn navigation, the beautiful screen. You can also do a postcode search on the navigation, so you can actually enter a postcode and cycle to that destination, pretty much like a traditional GPS. That was one feature of the Edge 800 I missed. So you could be on a ride, you could look at where a local pub is, but it'd be very difficult to actually go there using the Edge. So when we need to do that, we tend to just use our phones. You also don't get live Strava segments on the device, or structured workouts. But then that is actually reflected in the price. In that it's a brand new cycle computer for about £180–190. So if this video is of interest, please consider subscribing and also click the like button. So how have I got on with the device? Well, to be honest, I'm not that happy with it. I've had a number of issues which are still ongoing. The first one is on this screen, for example, we've got distance to destination. So when you're following a course, that's supposed to move down to 0 as you get to your destination, as your distance goes up. But mine, it doesn't seem to do that, and it just comes up with basically random figures that just don't seem to go down. For example, earlier in this week, I was doing a ride. I got home. Well, I thought it was my home, but it still said I had 45 kilometers to go. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I also have an issue with the battery, in that I could be going on a day's ride and it would barely survive the day. So it would drain down, and then it would go into battery save mode, which basically the screen goes blank, and then when you come to a junction, it just comes on. So it's done to conserve power. And then I have another issue with that, is that when it goes into battery save mode, it won't come back out of it. So even when it's charged back up to 100%, it would after every 10 seconds the screen would go off. And then the only way of actually getting that back would be to do a factory reset, which is again a bit of a pain. So what I'm going to do is actually contact Garmin just to see if these are known issues, or if it's my device, or if they're going to do a firmware update that will fix them. So would I recommend this device? To be honest, I wouldn't. Although it's, as a cycle computer, it's very comprehensive and it's a good price point. When I'm going out for a ride now, and I'm going out this afternoon, this is the device I'm going to be taking with me. So if I was going to recommend a cycle computer for maybe a first-time user, or somebody who's looking for a thing on a budget, then what I would really recommend is actually looking for a second-hand Garmin Edge 800. They're going for about £75 currently on eBay. And also, if you get a careful owner like me, who puts a protector on the screen, then underneath that screen you've got a brand new screen. So you could peel if it's all scratched, then you could just peel off the protector. So if you have any questions on how to use these devices, or any similar questions, please let me know and I will get back to you. Thanks for watching.